Those stone columns are limestone. They were quarried 10 minutes just north of here. Old Cutler becomes lagoon. The water is shallow. If not, it will continue South America, but mostly western United States. It's called the Lockwood Spiny Forest of Madagascar. Madagascar is an island off the southeast coast of Africa, about the size of California. And as part of conservation, they went to Madagascar, brought these plants back to preserve them because they're extremely endangered in Madagascar. Habitat. We're coming up to the baby tree. BAO, BAB. You can find them in Australia, Africa, Madagascar. Here's our third arid plot. Now, this is where I find out something personal about somebody. A lot of these are agave. What do they make from agave?
Tequila.
That, you didn't even let me finish the sentence. Whoa! We got drinkers. I'll show you your favorite fruit later on. If you don't drink, you can and they actually have something fun. Okay, this is our most formal part of the garden. This is called the Bailey Lake. Now, it was named after Richard Bailey, who was about 2 acres. You are welcome to come in here. Stay on the walkway, please. Now, you're going to notice that there are orchids, especially in this one. These orchids have been cultivated right here at Fairchild. Now, Dade County used to have native orchids throughout the county over 100 years. As part of the conservation, the garden has the Million Orchid Project. They're growing native orchids right
So
here
many
at the garden
monsteras.
and in schools.
Oh my
And they
God.
want to put drinking water. You're literally riding on our glass of water. It's called the Biscayne Aquifer. And that water comes from the Everglades. David also worked in Oregon. He was the first president of the Aroid Tropical Garden. What you see the umbrella, that's an indoor butterfly garden. Those are exotic butterflies. He's probably the best to know. Okay, we're going to turn right towards the bend. Now, you see the aerial roots right here, right in front of us? Very thin. When they reach the ground, they'll form another trunk. Now, these are so invasive, they are. That's true. Oh, what do you call it? It's your
Just finished with the tram tour, and I haven't seen so many monsteras in my life. Like, they have them everywhere. And now I'm walking towards the butterfly exhibit and the rare plants exhibit. So I'll see you there. Thank you. Ooh, there's butterflies right away. I am here at the butterfly garden, and there's like butterflies the moment I walk in. I think this is the metamorphosis lab. So here they are. flowers. Cool breeze. So pretty in here. Oh, my favorite flower. Just gonna go through the side because my video keeps cutting off, and I think I keep pressing the button, that's why. But there are more butterflies here, so that's perfect. Oh, look at that. I'm low on the ground. Look at this. Love to have this in my house. But more up here. Maiden hair fern. Look at all of that. Ooh, I want that plant and this one. Look at those. Solace. Oh, look at them. Please do not take cutting seeds or entire plants from this exhibit, because they know people would. Oh, look at all of these rare plants. Look at them. I haven't seen one in person. Look. That is great. That's it for my tour of the Fairchild Botanical Garden. And if you ever in Miami, do give it a visit and you won't regret it. So yeah, have a So that's it for my Fairchild Botanical Garden tour. I hope you enjoyed it, and I'll see you in my next video. Have a plentiful day. Bye! I'm going to show you how many monsteras they have here. It's crazy. Look! Such a beautiful place. It's really worth the trip. I mean, it's a $25 admission, but they give discounts if you're a student, military. Oh, ooh, look at this. Photo up. Yeah, and if you walk or bike here, I think you get additional $5 off your ticket, but I had to drive here, so I really couldn't walk. But it's such a beautiful place, and it's a must-see. Definitely a must-see if you have like some time in Miami to do it. But yeah. So yeah, there's so many stuff that I saw, like, you know, the rare plants, rare philodendrons mostly. I think the polka dot plant, I forgot the name. Like, I'm still learning all of this stuff. And I saw a philodendron Birkin in person for the first time, and the other philodendron that's also very rare and very soft after, I also forgot the name. I'm really blanking right now. Every time I do these tours, I blank out on the name, but I recognize them. So if you do recognize them, put it out in the comments so that, you know, you can help me identify them and also help others identify them. But yeah, it is such a wonderful place. One thing that I learned is that palms are not trees, so it's actually incorrect to call them palm trees. They're just palms. So yeah, they also have a lot of Thaumatophyllum, Bifidophyllum everywhere. And this one, the Chinese fan palm, I stopped myself from saying tree. Yeah, it's a good place to take photos, and you know, if you want to have your wedding here, it's also a nice place. Look at those large alocasias, huge. I saw some like rare cacti as well. They're so amazing. Yeah, if you could, just because it's a big place, but you could take the tram tour and it'll basically show you everywhere. And the main exhibits that you really want to see are in the conservatory, which is the butterfly garden, and the tropical and rare plants exhibit. I don't know if it's a year-round thing, but I'm pretty sure they have it. And you'll also see lots of iguanas. This pond has a warning sign for crocodiles, but they say it's a rare sighting. So is that a Sansevieria or a Dracaena? Because they got classified recently. Look.
Hi, how are you?
Good, how are you?
It's a little warm, but other than that,
Yeah, it is.
you're dressed appropriately. You
Yeah.
nice and cool.
Thanks. So that is the tram tour ride that I took earlier. It's a free tour, but it's 45 minutes, so just make sure you allot time for it. You know, the bananas growing and a banana heart. In my culture, I'm Filipino, we eat the banana hearts. So, like, there it is. It's an acquired taste. I mean, even me, it took me a while to like it. I don't even think I like it, to be honest now. So this I don't get to eat it as much, but I remember as a kid, we always had that in many of our dishes. And they have water stations in many places. So if you forgot to bring water, do bring water. Like, but if you forget, there's one here. And this is the eucalyptus, the glupta, or the rainbow tree. So according to the tour guide, the rainbow color comes from the tree oil or sap. So yeah, I think the first time I saw this was in Hawaii, and they were everywhere. So I'm glad I saw one here. Place, and you know, like I always loved botanical gardens, but like ever since I got into houseplants, of course I have a newfound appreciation for them, because you know, a lot of our plants and you know are being extinct or endangered, and the botanical gardens are the one who does the research and the preservation and the conservation of them and the education of them. So I really appreciate it. And yeah, just support your local gardens, your local botanical gardens and parks as well. But you know, definitely the botanical gardens, because they're the ones who do the conservation, the research and education of these plants, especially nowadays, you know, with the Amazon burning, and we're losing so much of our ecosystem, and we really need to preserve, you know, these plants. And the one good thing about the houseplant community is, hopefully, is, you know, spreading the knowledge about the conservation of these plants and not the abuse of these plants. Because you know, like I said, I saw signs that no cuttings, no stems, no take any, and I was honestly, I was very tempted, because I saw like, you know, a very small, yay, I saw a very small philodendron Birkin. I was like, oh, I could take that, I could take that. But you know, I stopped myself, because nope, I'm not gonna do that, because you know, we're preserving this for future generations, not just for ourselves. So yeah, this reminds me of, if you watched Hunger Games Catching Fire, President Snow's mansion. But yeah, if you also go to Atlanta and visit the Atlantic Garden, this Swan House in Atlanta is also a must-see. Look at that. I don't know what this is. I know I said I was leaving, but yeah, look at that. So pretty. And all right. Oh. So yeah. So for reals now, bye from Fairchild Botanical Garden in Miami, Florida. Bye. Have a plantiful day.